Hey guys, Gaddock Teeg here, bringing you more coverage of the patch 2.3 PTS. In this video we're going to take a look at the Czerka Corporate Lab's Flashpoint in story mode. Again, this is one of the role-independent Flashpoints. So you see we have 2 healers and 2 DPS, so this might be a little interesting here. We'll really get to see how it fares when you have a very odd group composition. I was lucky enough to be on when there were 9 people on the fleet, and usually when there are 9 people on the fleet, I don't know, 5 of them seem to be doing nothing at all, and then the other 4 just don't want to talk to me, so it's really hard to get a group together on the PTS right now because there are no transfers. So please, BioWare, give us the ability to transfer so we can actually test the stuff that you want us to test. But anyway, this is another Czerka-oriented Flashpoint. I believe I was told in the last video that that was the second level of this Flashpoint. This one kind of leads into that one story-wise. So, sorry for going out of order, but if you're watching this after both have gone up, then you're lucky. You can watch this one first and then watch the other one. So this looks like it's multi-tiered, like we're going to be going downstairs here. First Flashpoint took about half hour maybe. That was with a bunch of wipes in there, so we'll see if this one's shorter or longer. It's definitely looking like the same level of difficulty. In that last video we only had 3 people total, in this one we have a total of 4, so expecting the difficulty to be definitely lower. It'll be interesting to see if they keep in the healing doodad things that they had in the last video at all the bosses to make up for a group that may have a lack of healer. We'll see if they actually take those out when you do have a healer queued in your group. Maybe it changes slightly, but I doubt it. They probably just leave them in there. As I've said in previous videos, I am a god-awful healer, so if anyone dies, it's probably my fault. It's definitely my fault if someone dies, So some cubicles, some futuristic cubicles going on here. We got a business maybe. This is the corporate tax firm of the Czerka Corporation. This is where they do their taxes. Oh, someone found the security key beta. So I'm assuming that security key is feature complete, and we can judge it on how it looks. You can definitely see the difference with having this 4th player. I would think that they should buff the trash maybe a little bit here so it's not as stupid, just grindy, dies in a second, doesn't really do anything. I know you have to account for maybe groups not having healers, but maybe just give them more health or something. Because right now I'm a healer and there's really no reason for me to be healing right now. So we'll continue down here. Death trap for people not paying attention. I love when they throw those in. Like the bridge boss at the end of Scum and Villainy is one of my favorite bosses in the game, for sure. Alright, let's see. Let's play hide and go find the key card. Anyone? Oh, there it is. Got it. So that's kind of neat. I mean, that's interesting. I don't think they were marked on the minimap. I didn't notice if they were, but I don't think they were. Which is cool. That's a neat mechanic for a Flashpoint. In canon, you probably wouldn't know where they're hiding the key cards, so that makes sense that you kind of have to look around for them. I wonder if it's randomized or if it's just set every time. It'd be really neat if it was randomized. That's a neat mechanic that they could use in other places, which would be cool. So do we have to jump? Is that what's what's the deal here? We gotta jump down, and then I'm guessing we fight a boss in here? Yeah. Oh, there's the Colto station. So they definitely kept those in. Don't know where the boss is. Hello? Bossy bossy. Hey, bossy bossy bossy. Oh, do we need all the key cards? Is that it? Well, apparently we skipped keycard alpha. So we're gonna have to head back up and go get that keycard. I think it was on the top level. I thought I saw somewhere that we missed, but I thought it was also where we came from, so I didn't say anything. So if you've been screaming at the television or computer monitor for the past 5 minutes, how did you miss that? Well, that's why. Oh no, where did that guy come from? No, oh, where are my DPS buttons? Shock, lightning strike. Oh, lightning strike. Oh, lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Oh, I probably could have just done a knockoff, but well, too late for that. Okay, so up here in this room, there's the key card. And where are you, keycard? Oh, nope, that's a lamp. That is a book? Why would anyone have, like, a leather-bound book in the Star Wars universe? I'm sure there are people that have books and think it's neat of them. Very old school that they carry around books. But, there's more books. I had thought everyone in this universe kind of upgraded to hollow things. They seem cheap enough.
Let's try our whole new
Hey, there he is.
Isn't it something from our friends on Corelli?
Uh-oh. That is one big droid, and they have already aggroed. Guessing I can't jump down there. I think I'll die. Maybe one more level. No! Oh, I should have let him pull me. That would have been great. But as you can see, they do have access to... Oh, perfect. Here we go. So they do have access to those healing things. They weren't totally screwed. Looks like that does damage based on how close you are to him. Oh, it does damage to whoever's standing in the water. That makes total sense. We got some ads here. This actually reminds me of a level very early in the original BioShock. It's like the first time you learn that you can do water and lightning together for like an AoE kind of destruction thing. Reminds me of that a little bit. But, again, another neat mechanic, which I think they're showing plenty of pretty neat mechanics in these story modes from what I've seen before. Bioware definitely doesn't have a shortage of ideas of what to do for PvE content, which is what gives me so much hope. Even though we're only getting a bunch of nightmare modes, I have hope that when we do get new stuff, it will be certifiably new and pretty awesome. Again, you get blue level 66 gear in these story modes. I do not know if they're only level 55, but I have assumed that as well. Excuse me as I take a drink of my sauce. Jack Daniels and Dr. Pepper are very good together. They're very good on their own, but together they are also very good. Remember, drink responsibly. I think I have to say that. I love Lightning Storm. think Lightning Storm is my favorite ability. Flyby is by far my favorite ability. But next to Flyby, Lightning Storm is my favorite other ability. Is this a museum? Why is there a museum? I don't see Thrawn anywhere. This looks like something Thrawn would have, though. Alright, let's see where we're going here. Door here, so I'm guessing we have to go through it. Because when there's a door in an MMO, there's something behind it. They wouldn't make it if it didn't do something. Oh, camera bug. So apparently the Czerka are running some kind of sweatshop here, and we're here to free the workers, but we're killing these droids, who I guess are security and not the workers. Oh, yeah, there we go. See, scientists running away. Lightning bolt. The second instance, which I did first, had 3 bosses in it. And the last one was the coolest, definitely. I hope this one kind of sticks with that and has a really kind of epic final boss, but maybe it won't, because that was kind of the final boss of the storyline. And the final boss of the storyline has to be epic, and you might not end up with as epic a boss for the end of Act 1. Ooh, hey, look at that cone. That is a new template I've never seen before, the AoE cone in front. It's cool. Very Warhammer-esque. Has that flamer template vibe for anyone who's played Warhammer. And if you have played Warhammer, you know and love the flamer. Unless you play Orcs or Tyranids, and then you friggin' hate the flamer. More adds to Lightning Storm. Yay! Alright, so that boss was kind of let down, other than the template being neat. He looks like he was a mini-boss, actually. He wasn't even a real boss. Only dropping the 53 earpiece. Onward and upward. I'm a little disappointed there's not more dialogue in here, but I understand that dialogue is not going to be easy to come by for them. But the last one had one storyline dialogue set. This one hasn't had any yet. It might have one at the end. That's when the other Flashpoint had that dialogue. Yeah, this seems like it would be incredibly easy for any group with a healer. Which is probably the biggest thing they have to balance for, is the lack of a healer. If the healer changes the whole dynamic. You can have a DPS kind of pseudo-tank, as long as you have a healer. But without a healer, you have to totally change how things work.
The Republic wants to drain Czerka's lifeblood. The Empire wants us in chains. But what doesn't destroy us will drive us.
I don't think it's the boss, so I can aggro it.
We've synthesized a whole
even more guys. That looks like a boss if I've ever seen one.
Your invasion has interrupted their feeding.
So those are the things from Tython. What do you call them? Oh, hey, what are you doing? Kind of roaring a lot. I guess they are just trash though, and not a boss. Oh, this probably spawns the boss. Maybe not. There's a Colto thing in here which makes me think it's a boss. This is debuff too. Oh. Yeah. A little anticlimactic. I thought that would be much cooler than it actually was. And honestly, we could probably skip a lot of this. Let's see if we can skip this. Excuse my totally clogged up quest log. For those of you trying to track the quest points, hopefully you have noticed them as they popped up as the quest updated. Let's see if I can help you out with that.
You live long enough. The Vigilant will give them to you.
Turn these off. Okay. Now we should be good. Alright. Hey, conversation. And we have a straggler. Always fun in the conversations. I wish after a certain time you could just start the conversation without the person. But he's caught up. And what's going on in this thread?
This was our castle. Our crossroads of technology.
Another mad scientist.
You ripped up the foundations. But there's always time to reverse the curve.
Code accepted. Vigilant activation in progress. All personnel must evacuate to a minimum safe distance.
Alright, let's see what this guy does.
I knew it would come down
He's
to
probably gonna
brass.
spawn a bunch of these guys. Kinda like Dr. Loken or Lorkin, whatever his name was from
Bringing
Kaon.
contingencies online.
Is he getting a buff? He has a static shield.
Feisty, aren't you? Bringing contingencies online.
Is this all he's gonna do? I guess we have a dot. A couple dots. And one that increases the poison damage from the dots. So it looks to me like the story of this place is Jurassic Park meets Walmart. It's not the worst place, I guess. But definitely far from the most interesting. As far as the role list goes, again, I think they've done a pretty good job. At least with the first one. This one they've done a decent job. The trash could definitely use a little work. And now I'm definitely seeing that with a group of 5 people. It probably would be interesting again with a group of 2, like I was doing in the last video. So maybe these should be groupless heroic 2s instead of heroic 4s. That would be interesting. Definitely change things up a little bit. Let players try their hand at something a little different. I don't think they'd have to scale it at all. I think it would work as a heroic 2 just like this. Bring a couple geared companions, and I think you'd be all set. And more, you get a Lecom, more 66 gear. And we have a conversation setting up the next Flashpoint, maybe? No.
Vigilant.
You will be undone.
Yep, that's the guy. That's, spoiler alert, he's the guy from the next Flashpoint. So, overall, maybe C+, B- Flashpoint. Decent. If you have a character on the PTS right now, I encourage you to try it out, see if you find any bugs. If you do, definitely give them their feedback. If you don't, give them your feedback anyway, tell them what you think. Hopefully they open up the character transfer to the PTS. This is Gaddock Teeg, signing off.